So, quick story about this weekend. So, Friday night, B and I are in bed sleeping, and like 5:30 in the morning, I hear gong 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 gong. I'm like, what is that? I hear gong 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 gong. And so it seems like it's right outside the window in the courtyard. And so I like peek out and I see a huge skunk, the big old puffy tail, and it's got a Starbucks cup, like a Frappuccino cup, stuck on its head, and it's going gong 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 gong, and I'm like, oh great, an angry skunk. And I'd heard from one of the neighbors that they thought it was living underneath my neighbor Colleen's place. So as it's going gong gong gong, and I see them kind of scuttering around is three baby skunks, kind of like one looks like, what do we do? Mom's freaking out. I'm like, oh no, like what? Because it's kind of like the lion with the thorn. Like, you want to help him, but it's nothing personal. I just don't have a lot of trust. And so I sent my neighbor a message, text, and said, hey, just, if you're hearing that, there's this huge skunk right outside your door. So she comes outside, and she kind of sees it go underneath the house. So she slowly goes towards and slowly walks like she's going underneath the house. And I'm like, oh! And so then she disappears in their house. And she comes back 5 minutes later holding a cup. She told me later, she goes, I figured what was the worst that could happen? I get sprayed by a skunk. As someone who has been sprayed by a skunk, that's exactly why I was unwilling to help. But she said that she figured out a way to get in front of the skunk and then pulled. And she said it was all pretty good. He was like tugging on it, and finally got it off. And now the mama and the babies are living under the place peacefully, we hope. And then just to keep the whole National Geographic courtyard, there's a sign out that she put up to kind of block this path to alert me that there was a hummingbird nest right in the branch that kind of goes over our pathway, and there's a little hummingbird with at least 2 eggs. So now we've got, I'm thinking that maybe she has special powers. My neighbor's awesome. She also has an incredible green thumb and flowers everywhere, so I have no reason to doubt that she is some sort of fairy queen of some sort. It's very cool. Oh, what? You want to know about the time I was sprayed by a skunk? Ah, okay. Well, I was a freshman in college, getting ready to go to spring break in Rosarita, because you can drink when you're 18. So me and a bunch of friends were going to get a single hotel room and pack it with people. So I went to my parents' house on the way down from Redlands and grabbed a bunch of sleeping bags and stuff from their garage. And as I opened up this one cabinet, out jumped a baby skunk, and from about a foot away, sprayed me full on in the face, in my eyes. And if you've ever kind of driven by a skunk and smelled it, and it's like, whew, that's when the whatever substance it is dissipated by like a gazillion percent. When it's on your skin, it is so strong. It's like chemical warfare. It's like a petroleum, but it was so strong. I literally could not think, and I was blind. So I just started screaming, ah! And I started running, and I was in the garage just getting walls, and my mom hears me screaming, comes out and goes, don't come in the house, don't come in the house, Finally, I calmed down enough, and my mom sprayed me down with a hose, and it was like in my nose, so it was so strong. Then I, got into a tub, and what do you use? Tomato juice. So I scrub with tomato juice, tomato paste, and I'm just getting just raw from scrubbing. My mom calls her friends, trying to find out all sorts of old wives' tales, and everyone's giving, put peanut butter under your armpits and spin in a circle, and apologize to the western winds. All sorts of crazy stuff. But one person said, what actually cuts the smell is if you apply a douche to the affected area. Well, the affected area was my face. And I don't think we need to remind ourselves how cruel college kids can be. That when you're given a lob like that, it's pretty easy to know what my freshman year nickname was. The douche face. From all, everyone said after all the scrubbing and everything that I didn't smell anymore. But because of the way it like kind of burned my nasal passages, I smelled it super strong for like a week more. But everyone convinced me. By the time my friends came down, they said they didn't smell it on me. So I went down to Mexico and went to the dance club. And it was not my finest hour. I mean, I was already pretty shy and insecure. And when you add the fact that I think I smell like skunk, I can just say I did no dancing during that spring break. So says Doucheface.